No, come on.
Wow,
I have tears in my eyes. Ryan, can you hear whispering?
Just another level.
Hey guys, I'm Yellow.
Are we both?
Oh! Both. Ryan's still going through puberty. Anyway, yeah, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie. Thanks for being here. Today I'm here with Ryan.
What's up?
Who is also, coincidentally, my brother.
Who?
And today we are at Knaresborough Castle. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but first, we're going to look for some ghouls.
Let's find some ghosties.
How do you feel about that, Ryan?
I'm scaredy.
Are you
I'm
actually?
just a little scaredy puss.
How do you feel about ghosts in general?
I don't believe in ghosts as such, but I think there's some spirits or some parts of people's souls get like mixed up and maybe entering the afterlife.
Do you think there could be any here?
Maybe.
How do you feel sitting here?
There is a weird aura about it at night. Like it's fine like in the morning, but
there
like,
is,
in the
isn't
afternoon,
there?
When it's dark, there's something different about it.
It's weird. I love that it's lit up red tonight. Like, what a... They don't normally do that.
It's usually really busy around here, and it's literally me and you.
It's not even that late. It's literally 5 p.m. Do you want to promote anything?
Yeah, check
While
out
you're
my
here.
Instagram, rjack_Marshall.
What do you do?
Sure. Just do like Instagram fitness videos, some stuff about nutrition, stuff like that. But I'm gonna look to really broaden my horizons in the near future whenever I actually figure some content out.
And try to make it stop focusing on the trees. Very different to my content, but if you happen to like bodybuilding, you might like Ryan's. So everything inside from those walls there, the whole grounds is what the castle used to be. And all that's left now is these ruins.
Oh shit. I've just found some ghost stories.
So what you can see, what's left of it now, is just the prison. And there's the courthouse over there, but it's like a standing building and it's a museum now. So it's really not that cool. So, what's the story?
So it said, right, the woods down there. Apparently it said that sometimes an army of soldiers dressed in white, carrying swords and being led by a man in a red hat can be seen walking through the woods
Ooh.
until they eventually disappear. And it said that there's a mist that appears on a night sometimes around the dungeon area in the castle. And apparently the mist shows a large man standing above a man who's lying on the floor. And the man who stood up has his arm raised like he's about to strike the guy.
Interesting.
Then it says that apparently a photographer is once said to have recorded said mist that shows that image.
Creepy. Thing is, there's still, because it's not that late, there's still people walking about. Every now and then someone walks up behind me and I'm like, shh. You can stand in there, can't you?
Oh yeah,
No, I dare you. I dare you. I fully dare you. Gotta put his torch on.
I don't want to break my ankle. There's EW built carved into it, but it doesn't look like someone's just got like a mark or something like that. It's like legit engraved in the wall.
Oh, let me see. Can you shine a light on it?
Right there.
Oh yeah. That's really strange. Wait, what else does it say?
Everything else is just scratches. There's nothing else really engraved inside.
Weird.
There's some letters here. Like there's a W,
Oh yeah.
D, and E, I think.
Some of those look genuinely like old.
Yeah. There's obviously things like this, like and look,
Yeah.
like, obviously it's not gonna be ye old English. Is
Doesn't
it?
that say vag? I want to talk about one thing real quick.
So I'm gonna hold it on you. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't know.
So one of the things that I found most interesting about this castle, just in a like historical sense, and one of the most significant events I think that happened was during the Civil War in the UK, which was the 1600s, right?
Probably.
I feel like you would know. I think it was the 1600s. People took refuge inside the castle, and the forces that were trying to get them out decided to surround the castle and try to starve them out. until
Sieged it.
one of their cannons breached the walls, and then they surrendered. But a lot of people must have been here starving, almost to death. How old is this castle?
So it was built in the time of William the Conqueror, so it was around the year 1100, they reckon it was about. The first mention of Knaresborough was in 1086 in the Domesday Book.
And it already had a castle?
No, not yet.
No?
But then they built it then. I think it was said before the Normans.
Isn't someone walking over there?
I don't even.
No, I swore, because I looked, and I, like, I don't want to film if there's someone walking around, so I looked. And I don't see anyone, but I keep seeing, like... But I'm, like, following it. See, I saw... Oh, my gosh. See, I doubt you can see anything, but I thought I saw something over there, and then I keep seeing things moving along. So this is the courthouse. So as you can see, it's not quite... I feel like it might be newer than the rest of the castle, and obviously it's the museum, so they keep it up. It's got to be, like, up to regulations. But this is 1,000 years old.
I mean, you can go inside during the day. I think, it used to be.
Yeah, you can pay to go inside.
I think we did when we first came here.
But it's literally just like a hole in the ground. Do you remember? It's like, it's just a stone basement. It's dark.
There's nothing in there.
There's like a downstairs and an upstairs, but all of them are just empty basements. But that was the prison, and like, can you imagine being locked in here? It was just to keep drunk people off the streets for the night till they sobered up.
It also says apparently King John used this as one of his main strongholds, and he spent a lot of money during his reign on upkeeping it because he loved going hunting out in the forests and staying here. So apparently King John came here a lot.
I thought I heard just like I don't know, like a footstep, but inside the door.
He was just trying to scare me.
No, dead ass, I heard it.
Reading some of the history, it's quite interesting.
Any tea?
Some tea.
Any tea?
On the 5th of October, it was seized by the supporters of the Earl of Lancaster and was held against the king, and the Constable of Knaresborough mounted an attack to retake the castle, and they had to use a siege engine to break open the wall and recapture it 3 months later. The raiding Scots penetrated as far south of Knaresborough. Much of the town, including the church and prairie, were devastated by these raids, with the castle as the only point of refuge in the town for those living here. So, when the Scots came down and tried to mess us up, this was where all the people of Knaresborough came.
I think there were a couple points in history where people would come here and, for safety.
King Edward was here when he heard Scarborough. I think it was his nephew or something. Was besieged in Scarborough Castle.
What does besieged mean?
So they surround it and cut it off from food and stuff.
Oh, so like they did in the Civil War right here. Yeah.
So obviously if you can't get any food in, you're eventually going to run out of food, and then you're going to starve, and then when they're weak you go in and you mess them up.
Right.
And King Edward apparently took refuge here.
So in case you missed it, I already did a video on this app. I think it was just last week on my channel. So if you have no idea what's going on here, check that out. But basically this is scanning for energies, and then it like pulls up words. Basically the idea is that spirits can manipulate the app.
That is not a bit of me.
Not a fan.
You shouldn't be messing. No. That's the name of my flatmate who I said we should look at her channel.
Is it spelled N-O-R?
It's N-O-O-R. That's how her name is spelled.
It didn't pick up on any energies, and the app itself says that sometimes it's sensitive. Sometimes it's sensitive to noise when you first open it. So I'm not sure about that.
So that's a bit weird though. Still.
Is there anyone here?
Is it just me, or has it just got a lock on?
I was thinking that it has. It just got freezing. I was completely fine too, and it's freezing right now.
All the buildings and the grounds were destroyed in 1648 after Parliament ordered the castle to be rendered untenable.
Oh, it's saying there's something over there.
The King's Tower was
Share.
Share.
Now it's right where the castle is.
The King's Tower was in the process of demolition.
What does
and
it
the
mean,
townspeople
share?
petitioned
No, it's over
Parliament
there.
to
There's a
allow them
lot
to
going on all of a
maintain it as
sudden.
Eager.
Eager. Eager to share? Wait, I should turn it
Sure.
down. I realise there's people around and I'm just like, ghosts?
But to be fair, I'm talking about the townspeople
share?
petitioning to Parliament to
keep it as a prison.
to stop the King's Tower from being destroyed
Huh.
when they were blown up. So maybe
I'm literally shivering, like, I don't know if you can see it, my legs are shivering so
Demolition
bad
was
and I was
halted.
fine until we opened this bloody app. That's the memorial too,
yeah.
where dots keep coming up. That's a World War II, am I right, memorial?
Yeah,
You should do some more pictures with the flash. Just take like 3 in front of you right now. There's that person. This isn't picking anything up right now, which is weird. Because it did for a minute there.
I don't really
Oh,
see
there's
any
one behind.
inconsistencies in the pictures.
Do you have a name?
That's
Ryan,
so
they
weird.
starved people here.
I know, because they sieged it.
You're hungry?
And that's
I'm so sorry that
Right.
happened to you.
literally coming from inside the castle, like the castle is behind us to the right.
Yeah.
And that is where it's coming from.
Literally, when I read that they starved people out here, I thought to myself, if I open this app and it says something like hungry, I thought that exact word to myself. If it says hungry, I will shit. I will
Shitting.
shit. I have shat. Like, I cannot believe. And you can't tell me that was voice recognition because we did not have that
Yeah,
app
we
open
weren't
while we
even-
talked about it. It's over there that it's coming from. Oh, it said flat. Flat, what does that mean? I mean, they did kind of flatten the
Well,
castle.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like that might be a reach. Oh, it said tears. I need to turn it up again because I'm not catching these.
Hungry flat tears.
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 Oh, it could be tears. This is why I should have had the sound on.
Flat tears because they tore the castle down or something, maybe, and
Maybe.
that's why it's flat.
See, flat sound seems like a reach, even though it would make sense, but that feels like, taking the word to fit the situation.
Yeah.
But hungry,
Hungry is just another level.
it's showing up in the dungeon again. List. List. What could that mean?
Maybe a list of names for the petition to stop the King's Tower from being destroyed. I don't know.
You really sound like you're reaching.
I don't know.
List.
I'm just trying to think of some form of. I'm just trying to see if it makes sense. I'm chatting a lot of shit.
I can't believe it said hungry. Like, I'm not
maybe-
over that.
The list of names on the World War II memorial, maybe over there. I don't know.
Behind us.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what I'm noticing, Ryan?
What?
Because it keeps doing stuff and then
Yeah.
not doing anything. When it's silent and when there's nothing is when there's other people around. I don't
says-
think it wants to come out when there's a lot of people.
It says here, the dungeon inside the walls during the times of the siege was used for.
I'm trying to get both in shot.
Was used for a secured storage area for supplies. One of the most important aspects of surviving a prolonged siege in Nesbit Castle was the provision of adequate food and water for the garrison inside.
It's all happening there, like diagonally that way, which is interesting because I have no idea what was back there. Or directly in front of us where the memorial is. I think everybody's gone now. Is there anything else you want to say? I don't feel like there's anything out here to hurt us, do you?
I was fine, but then after the hungry thing, and the fact that everything seems to be coming from like the area where they stored the food.
Telling you it's not just a random
and stuff like that.
generator.
Yeah. Because when you were like, oh, this app, I was like, yeah, alright. But still, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
It's
even the
I
code
can't
as well,
believe it
like-
said hungry. It could have said any word in the whole dictionary.
Like, and we opened up like the app, and all of a sudden it just got incredibly
Suddenly
cold.
it's freezing. Like, it seriously went from pretty comfortable to Baltic. See, I thought it was weird because I said that, and then when they came by, because all those times it was silent, there were people around as well. So when they came by and it was silent again, I was like, oh, maybe. And I thought they left because they're just sitting down there. But I thought they left. I thought they went down to the riverside. I thought they left because you can go down a path right there and go down to the riverside. So then I thought maybe I'm wrong because, you know, there weren't people here and it was still silent, so I was like, maybe my theory's out, but I was wrong because they're still here. Anyway, we're gonna go. Should we go and look at the memorial? Because there was an unexpected activity over there when I was looking at the app, so let's go. I don't like whatever this one is.
No, I'm not even wild.
No, come on.
Wild.
I have tears in my eyes.